go.
Group B, Flash versus Hyuk, our silver medalist from last season, versus Hyuk. Okay, there we go. By the way, I just found a more efficient way to make Zerg noises. Gatorade! Ah, there we go. Kills two birds with one stone, quenches my thirst, and makes Zerg noises, which are two very essential things on my channel. But yes, I do not have a who's screwed, who's not so screwed score sheet for this particular matchup, because this match will not decide the group either way. So that's kind of fortunate for us. I mean, if Flash wins, he's going to be in a great position to move out, of course, but he could get caught in a upper rung tiebreaker with Zero and Haya, I believe. And if Hyuk wins, he's going to be in a better position, but we still might see more tiebreakers, and it's complicated. But this one won't decide the group, so you can rest easy if you're a fan of either of these two guys. But here we go. Flash, our silver medalist from last season, gold medalist from the season prior. Except, over at the 3 o'clock position in yellow is Flash, down at the 6 o'clock position in teal is Hyuk. This is on Dreamliner, which Terran do not like, but the momentum has been shifting a little bit, I think, as far as that goes. I don't think Haya versus Zero was a very good example of that, but I'd say C versus Jaenong definitely was. We've got some Terran players winning on this map now, and plus Flash is Flash, so I think he's going to be okay on this map. And it looks like, yes, Hyuk is going up near the middle of the map, maybe perhaps looking for a forward barracks or something like that. We'll have to see where that Overlord goes. But let's get some predictions for the Hyukinites before we start out. Here's one from Yodness maybe, writes, Hyuk is going to try to play a macro game against Flash and Hyuk himself. Another prophetic prediction. I love it when those happen. But here's another one from Please Kill the Toy, writes, for the hilarity of it, Hyuk. So he picks Hyuk. He's too late to count as a royal rotor, but he will come out on top after losing all of his drones to a single vulture. Another one from Ritter writes, I think it is pretty obvious that Hyuk will crush his group. Very obvious. Here's another one from Ekino, writes, Flash is going to 14cc every game and roll face. He adds about a dozen exclamation points, a bunch of ones, and he writes out 11. So there you go. Spawning pool first for Hyuk. Wants to get those Zerglings in as quickly as possible. I would not be surprised if Hyuk goes for a Zergling run-by in this game. I mean, Zerg like to do that anyway on this map, and plus he's Hyuk. Hyuk always goes for a Zergling run-by regardless of the map. So I think Flash is going to be mindful of that. I think he's going to be prepared for a Zergling run-by with a block and some Marines out as soon as that happens. But maybe not. Maybe, like many other players, he will underestimate Hyuk's rushing abilities. But here comes the spawning pool up. And Flash did not go for his standard, almost these days, 14cc. He is getting out of his Marines first because he knows what kind of a player Hyuk is. He has studied Hyuk, and he knows he will be completely screwed if he goes for his fast command center. But now that he does have some Marines out there, now he's going to throw down his command center. He feels pretty confident to defend this with that single Marine. He's going to have another couple soon. But still, this is a very quick command center. This is about what Haya did on this map against Zero, but of course Hyuk was down at the 6 o'clock position, which is not as easy to defend with turrets, as you saw in that game. Let's see what Flash can do. Flash is pretty epic with his fast command center builds. Oh man. Of course, he usually goes for 14cc and makes all the Flash fans just sweat and bite their nails like, Flash, what are you doing? So Flash staying in here as long as he possibly can with his scouting SCV. Hyuk going to try to get rid of that. And then most likely go for a Zergling run by. That is my prediction about what Hyuk is going to do. Either a Zergling run by, or he's going to go for 2 hatch Mutalisk. Try to end it with earliest Mutalisk possible. But if he does that, it looks like Flash will stay in here long enough to see it. Flash just darting back and forth. He sees the lair coming up, and he's going to see the spire coming down, I think. He's still inside the main, loses his SCV just before he sees the spire. So he does not see that, but he saw the lair. So he knows this is a pretty early spire. This is 2 hatch Mutalisk from Hyuk, so he's going to try to get it done with those mutas. Maybe he saw Zero's game against Haya. He's thinking to himself, well, that was a good strategy. Let's see if I can get it done to the other position. And he probably planned it anyway, no matter what position he was going to be at. But he already has his second extractor popping up, so he's going to be committing to this for a long time. I don't think he's going to get his third base for a little while. So Flash needs to be prepared. He doesn't have any turrets anywhere because he doesn't have his engineering bay, but he is going to have stem out soon enough. He's going to be relying on his medic marines to get this done, run back and forth between the main and the natural expansion, which is much easier to do at the 3 o'clock position just because of the where the choke is, basically. The choke is in a much farther out position down at the 6 o'clock, just because that's how you have to design the maps. You can't really have mirrored builds on mirrored positionings rather on this type of map. But Flash already moving out. He's going right for the natural expansion. Has fire bats at home to defend against the Zerglings, so it looks like he's going to take care of those. But he's going to try to push the front and end this right now. Oh man! So here comes Flash, going to try to end it with this timing attack. And like I said, he has his fire bats at home just in case Hyuk should go in for the counterattack with Zerglings. But now Hyuk needs every single unit he can get. Oh man, stem already done for Flash. Goes right for that stem. Bypassing the engineering bay like this got him stem so early. And wow, Flash sneaking into this bane. He's going to be able to take down this hatchery before the Mutalisk. Pop, here comes the Mutas. Running away from the stem marines. So powerful. But now Hyuk, I'm not sure what he's going to do. I think he's going in with his Zerglings at the same time as his Mutas. Yes, he is. To kill Flash's troops. But Flash, oh, nice a counter to what Hyuk was doing. Of course, he's got to take out that hatchery. Do his best to take down that hatchery. And Hyuk at the same time is doing his best to delay that hatchery from going down. Because if he loses this, it might be over. Flash is not committing to that hatchery. So it looks like he might lose his Marines. Oh, Flash, is he going to take down that hatchery? He really, really needs to, but looks like he's not going to be able to do it. Trying to stay in here long enough. Oh, hero Marine Rainer. Oh, man. Such a bummer. I thought that Marine was going to stay in there forever, but Rainer brothers go down. Rainer sisters left to clean up the mess. There's the medic with like a scoop and a shovel. Like, ah, damn it. So here come the reinforcements from Flash, and now Hyuk is going to try to pick those off before they even get to the natural. Because he does have some mutas. Here comes the lone firebat, and I got another hero firebat. Going to try to pick off as many drones. One drone, not a whole lot of damage, but Flash is committed to taking down this hatchery. But he's got to focus fire on it. He can't really focus on the units or anything at the moment. He needs to take down that hatchery. That should be top priority from him. Focus firing on the mutas. He thinks he has enough Marines to take those mutas down, and he's right. GG from Hyuk. That was a nice game. Well, a funny game anyway. I guess not the best game in the world, but it was funny. I am Flash, the Terminator. So this has been Nuke. Moving on to Group C.